Uh, that was good evening, guys. I'm back on StreamYard here. Hope you're well. I love people. I love it. Love people. Hey, did you see how triggered they got? It was fun. Uh, hey, Didi. Uh, hey, Cameron, what's up, man? Good. Uh, that shit cracked me up, Eddie Balance. That was funny shit, man. What's up, DDT? What's up? So, now we'll go and go like this. Hey, Salty, welcome back. Hey, what did that guy here? Right here, you got it. And any one of y'all can come up and chat. I'll kick you out. I didn't kick Mary Jane. I didn't kick out Teresa. I didn't kick out people like that earlier. And that's, hey,
What's
Salty,
up?
what's up? They have actually shut down actual airports right now, according to eyewitness reports, completely, and not allowing any flying in and out of the airports at this point in time.
What airports are those?
LAX is one right this second.
Really?
Yeah,
Why'd they shut down the airports?
due to the Insurrection Act possibly being passed.
Well, there's always going to be insurrection everywhere we go. I mean, after
Well,
all,
I understand that.
The Democrats will stop at nothing to get their way.
Hmm.
And if they everything we've ever been learned, you know, everything we've ever come to learn about the United States of America and democracy in general would just go away. It would just be a socialist republic. And then
Yeah.
people like you and I will be paying the heaviest taxes of any.
You didn't even have enough time to get there because that website is so clogged up because of people going there. I went to check it. It took me a half hour, almost 45 minutes to get through their website because of the lagging traffic on it. So I know you just lagged your fucking ass off. Mr. Fake News GD himself.
Oh, well, I mean, like I said, man, I mean, I don't know about GD. I've not talked to him. I haven't been in Discord for like a little over a year now, so I don't
There's
know if what
people. I
cable
hate
is
to
real.
tell you, cameras. There's people right now that I've watched come out with actual live footage from there. They cannot go anywhere. Their flights have been canceled, and almost all except for like 3 or 4 flights have been totally canceled at LAX right now, and that's straight out of live streams with people, not mainstream media bullshit lies and things like that. That's straight out of live stream.
It's a good thing I'm not flying anywhere.
Yeah. Right now, you're right.
Oh, after I had my Turdzilla incident yesterday, I'm like, I'm good, man.
And you're going to tell me you got the flight radar for the United States. Again, I know you're a liar, GD, because that you better have fucking special clearance and codes for that. Oh my God! Wow.
Hey, like I said, man, the trolls are coming out of the woodworks. They're having fun with you, Tammy. Don't let it worry you.
Oh no, I'm having fun with the bag. Or did you? Oh, you didn't see me when I started. I was laughing my fucking ass. Man,
I
I'm having
knew
fun,
Jay Bell,
man.
not the last time, but the time before that I was in your live stream when he told
Mm-hmm.
you to unblock all of his unbalanced accounts. I got him to admit that he trolls, but he does it in a different way now.
Yeah, I know. He told me that. He told me that in my stream too. Why do you think I was having fun with him on his goddamn Crazy Horse account, man? I was calling him Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas Princess, man.
I said sounds real fast.
What's that?
Warren Pocahontas Princess.
That's what Trump called Elizabeth Warren, remember?
Yep.
So he's Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas Princess.
It's just crazy, dude. I mean, our fucking country is going through pivotal times, and there's nothing we can do about it.
Right now, you can be prepared if that insurrection act has happened, Salty.
I'd
Make
love
sure
to
you got
get 10 bottles of insulin and
yeah.
5 boxes of needles and have all my diabetic meds. But real world is I can't do that because the doctor won't allow it.
Doctor won't allow you to get extra insulin. Why not?
They don't allow me to have extra insulin for whatever reason. And it was hard enough for
That's
me.
fucked up because what happens if a natural disaster happens? See, down in Florida, they allow that all the time, man.
Well, like I said, I barely got through COVID-19, so.
The doctors down in Florida let that happen all the time, just in case of a freaking hurricane coming in. Things like that. I would think that you would be in the same position. I mean, due to a natural disaster.
I'll be right back.
All right. Yes, Dogs of War. I agree. It would be maybe, as long as they don't do a Tiananmen Square and things like that. Dogs of War. Yeah. Um, I would say it would be. Maybe not. Yeah, okay, cameras of mass destruction. It is a big secret because due to the fact they don't want other countries that hate the United States to know where planes are. That shows you how stupid you just looked. So you're telling me that they're going to allow everybody to know where all the planes are so they can shoot them down out of the sky as soon as they can if they decide to go to war with us. That's how stupid you just sounded with that statement. Sorry. And I know the security code you have to get into the radar system of the United States for air traffic. I don't know the codes. I do know that there's plenty of them, and there's about like 12 codes that you have to have. So what you're watching, probably not what you think it is. So are you watching radar from a treasonous country that hates the United States? Are you telling me that you are watching stuff that ain't from the United States and learning where our planes are? Are you going to shoot them down? Are you going to shoot down our flights, GD? Are you going to tell people where our flights are so they can shoot them down? Is that what you're telling me? You're going to shoot down flights from the United States? Is that what you're telling me? You're going to tell people where that's at? Is that what you're telling me? You're going to tell me? Oh my God, Salty. GD, cameras of mass destruction, and all of them are going to tell other countries where our flights are so they could shoot them down, man.
No, they aren't. That's all
they
fucking
are.
Bullshit. That's all rhetoric and bullshit. Don't believe the bullshit, Tammy.
I know, but I want to troll them back, man. Come on.
Well, I don't have any reason
to
anyone that comes into your stream is of treasonous value. I mean, if I did, I wouldn't be in your stream. I'd be out because, you know, the FBI will be watching, DEA, CIA, ATF, blah, 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 ABC. I mean, you know, it's just fucking nuts. If you let these people...
X, Y's, and Z's too?
Huh?
And the X, Y's, and Z's too?
Yeah, and X, Y's, and Z's too. I mean, just... It's fucking ridiculous, dude. I mean, you know...
I didn't say all. That was a lie too there, GD.
You know, they're all going to come in and try to fucking... The majority of them are going to come in and try to get your goat and make you fucking nervous. I'm like, I'm not nervous by any of it because I'm just like...
You ain't nervous of them.
It's like a fart in the wind, dude. It's like a fart in the wind. It'll dissipate real quick. Don't feed it.
You're right.
I mean, seriously.
Until the next time they decide it was time to draw.
You know, like Beaver said, it's like a fart in the wind. It just dissipates.
Yep.
And
Beaver should know that very well because of the shit that he likes to pull.
Well, you know, whatever's going to happen, it's going to happen. I can't stop it. You can't stop it. Unfortunately, we're held hostage and we're all along for the ride. That's the way I look at it. I don't have this Chicken Little, the sky is falling syndrome because, truthfully, my place is next to my...
I just want you to get ready, bud.
If my wife is getting marched to a concentration camp, I guess I got to go with her. Because what kind of a man would be?
I don't have to.
Do it on her own.
I don't have to.
You don't have to, but I have to.
But the thing is, if the insurrection act happened, that ain't gonna happen. But you can't be ready for what can come with it because things will be slowed down to a crawl. Okay.
Here's the thing.
Make sure you have food. Make sure you have food.
I got cats.
You have water.
I have to. Fuck it. I'll eat my neighbor's dog. Fuck it. I'll barbecue it. My point is...
Hey, dog ain't that bad. I'm telling you that now. I've had it before. It ain't bad. I'm pretty sure probably a lot of people in the United States have eaten dog and cat, and they ain't even known it when they went to a Chinese restaurant.
I went to Tijuana back in 91, and I banged a hooker in the ass. And in perfect English, she's like, "You're in my ass. You're in my ass. Get out." And then I had 3 hot dogs off a hot dog cart, and they were spicy.
I bet you they've worked hot dogs the way you know them here in the United States.
No, I had Montezuma's Revenge for 3 days afterwards, so I know it was good, and it was spicy. I probably had somebody's cat or something.
Yeah, or a dog.
But my point is, you know, if it's going to happen, like if he signed the sedition treaty, then all these assholes have been working against.
Sedition and insurrection are 2 different things.
Okay, I'm sorry, insurrection. I guess it's the 1807 Insurrection Act. Is that what it is?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry, I get the two confused, but whatever.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
not I'm not on the lingo like you are because I can
Well,
barely remember.
sedition is wanting to remove yourself from a situation. That is
Well,
like Texas is actually no, that ain't sedition. That's succession. Excuse me, where they're running to succeed.
I want to remove my People's Republic of Suck My Dick, California. It's just not that
Move to
easy.
Texas.
Yeah, right.
Move, move to Texas right now.
Because all the fucking pussies from California and all the liberal fucking scumbags went to Texas and took over all the capitals in Texas, like Austin. They're making it fucking democratic over there. It's fucking horrible. You know?
All right.
But I'm not up on the lingo like you are, but I don't kind of worry about all the bullshit. I mean, like, look, if Trump does what he's supposed to do, and he doesn't allow the Democrats to get fucking 250,000 Chinese troops to help them out, then we're good. But
Actually, the last count of Chinese troops was 380,000.
Okay, well, my point being is if the troops from China come over here to help the Democrats, wouldn't it be considered an act of war? We didn't invite them. Fuck what the
Oh yeah,
Democrats.
any other country's military coming here to do harmful acts on its citizen is an act of war.
Well, I mean, the Democrats think that they can get the Chinese to come and save them, but here's the problem. We don't want the fucking Chinese here. So if you bring your fucking Chinese troops over, we're going to consider it an act of war. At least I would think.
Oh, that would be because they would be coming here to do harmful acts onto the American citizens. Just like if they came over to Australia and attacked an Australian, that would be considered an act of war on Australia. And I know you, by the way, GD, your country's preparing for war against China as we speak. That's from your own fucking news from over there.
Right.
Hey, CFW. I ain't never caught COVID. I ain't worried about him having no mask on or anything. Little fungus ain't here, right? Which fungus, CFW? Well, Dogs of War. I've seen that very few places. The common consensus is 380,000 right now. That's what. Oh, okay. I've not seen anybody with that name. I thought you were actually making fun of someone there, CFW. But sorry about that. I didn't know that was her name. That's cool. Little fungus. There's a little fungus among us. But no, she ain't here right now. CFW that I've seen. If you'd like to come up, anybody want to come up, you can. A Balance, DDT, GD, CFW, Dog War, any of y'all come up. She's cute, but oh my God, yeah. CFW. But I just saying, just go get yourself some extra food, get yourself some extra water, man. Think of your family too. And like I said, you don't have to do. I mean, what would it hurt? You have 2 extra weeks of food that you don't have to worry about running the store for. If I'm wrong,
Yeah, man. Get some hormel chili and I'll keep myself warm at night.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, go buy yourself a thing of 6 bean soup, man.
You know,
You'll be farting 6 different ways then.
after after the night I had yesterday, shit, I'm fucking looking forward to it because I was hurting, man. My fucking intestinal tract, Jesus Christ, dude. I thought it
Yeah,
was
I
like
just think I
days,
ain't
but
gonna. I ain't
weeks.
gonna. I just don't want them text to that, dude.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm not going to give you the picture. I gave it to Swam, and he's like, "You're a sick motherfucker. Why would you send me that?" I said, "Sharon, bro, you know."
Scared, right?
I understand. I'm not proud of it. I am kind of proud of it, but I'm not proud what I had to do to get it out. I mean, 2 giant
Right.
cups of coffee, 3 X-Lax pills, fucking fiber in a fucking cup with fucking orange juice. I mean, Jesus Christ. I think I was going for the Guinness Book of World Records here. It wasn't easy. It was fucking rough, dude.
Right.
I
Oh
finally
my
got it,
god.
but I
Oh my god. I just thought of something, Salty.
what?
I, I, I'm in a shelter, man. I'm up past curfew at the shelter, and I'm on the internet that they don't have.
Oh
Uh,
no, you get in trouble, man. Don't let those monitors at the shelter catch you on the internet late at night. What the fuck? Obviously, you're not at a
yeah.
shelter.
Oh, damn it, man.
That's how rumors are started. Everybody, be nice.
I love it. I love how they come in here saying, "Yeah, I'm at a shelter. I'm at a shelter." Oh my god, that shit cracks me up.
Now I know
Yeah,
what's
three.
happening. You got your own place, probably a 1 bedroom apartment, not a
Nope,
studio. Maybe a
nope,
studio.
nope. This is a 2.5 story house. It's got 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, a kitchen, and an upstairs that is open.
I know
And
everybody wanted to have you do like a cribs interview where you walked around and showed us the whole house.
nope, ain't doing it.
I think that'd be cool, man, because you got your own place. Obviously, you don't have any roommates because if you did, we would have heard them by now.
Mm-hmm.
And
I ain't doing that. I ain't gonna walk around this house. And actually, I do have one roommate that I have here.
you do have roommates or you don't?
I do. I have one,
Well,
and I'm
I mean, they
keeping
got
it. And he's off the streets, which is good. He helps.
what people
He helps with the food. He helps with the food, which keeps down that food bill.
don't
Yep.
understand is you're off the fucking streets. That's the most important thing. Who gives
Yep.
a fuck where you're really at, whether you're in a house or an apartment or whatever? The point
Well,
is, you're off the
this
fucking.
is mine. So
I understand,
this is
but
mine.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is, who gives a fuck what it is, whether it's a
Yeah.
house, an apartment, whatever? Who cares? The point is,
Right.
it's yours. You're off the
Mm-hmm.
fucking street. You're not panhandling, right? You're safe.
Yep.
You
Nope.
got food.
I got a
You
job.
got, you got a job. Who gives a fuck? I mean, after that, I mean, really, who gives a fuck? I don't
Right.
give a fuck. I mean, not that I don't care. I mean, I'm glad that you're safe instead of living in a fucking tent, but I knew that no matter what happened, you would have to find your own way. I can't,
Oh yeah.
tell you how to live your life or tell you, hey, fuck you, Tammy, you're fucking up. Nothing like that. We all got to
Well, you
find our own.
tried to. Damn it. You tried to.
Well, yeah,
Fucking with
okay,
you,
I tried
Salty.
to, but in retrospect, if I had known the things I knew back then that I know today, I would
You
never have
wouldn't
made
have.
those mistakes.
I
I
know.
would
I'm
never have
fucking
made
with
those.
you, man.
I'm just saying. I
I'm
mean,
just
you're
fucking with you, bro.
right. I mean, we
It's
knew
all good.
characters and morals of the person we were dealing with when they hooked up with Beavis, when they got with Beavercom. So, I mean, so now the cat's out back. So I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. Yeah, you're right. I mean, look, when you were sleeping on the fucking bed, who the fuck creeps around in the house and takes pictures of you sleeping on the bed? I mean, that raised a red flag, and I should have known better. But again, you know, I didn't. I partook. I admit my part. It is what it is. You know, you can fuck with me or not, but I did it, and I own it.
Yep. I'm just fucking
But
with you, man. I know you understand
I
what happened there
it. It's all
was
good. I'm not
crazy.
sweating it. I'm just, I played a part just like everyone else, but unlike a lot of other people, I take my fucking penance for it. I own it.
Yeah. I have learned to laugh at shit like that, man. It don't bother me.
And you know what that other bitch did to you? That fucking redneck bitch from Pennsylvania? That was fucking low,
Hmm.
but you know what? There's people out there that do that. I thought they were going to be good for you. They turned out to be horrible.
Life is life, man. There's stuff happens for reasons, you know. Yeah, seeing men and music, you're right. He does own his foul behavior. Good, bad, or indifferent, he owns it. I agree. Always have. It's one of the things about Salty I do respect a lot is
What's that?
I said one of the things I do respect about you a lot, even though when you fuck up, you own it, you admit it, and move on. One of the things I've respected about you from the time I met you, what almost on the internet, what almost what 4 years ago now.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, and I'm going to tell you, Tammy, and you're part of this, so you got to take credit for this. Had things not gone down the way they'd gone, I would never have been talking to Swammy, and Swammy's
Right?
turned out to be a hell of a fucking friend, hell of a fucking
Yeah.
friend. I mean, and I'm just very lucky to have decent people around me, like Swammy, Lady Di, and others. Even though they get beat up on a lot by a lot of the people on the internet,
Right.
Swammy is a fucking good dude. I
Swimmy's all
consider
right.
Swammy.
Swimmy's an all right. Swimmy's an all right dude. I'll give you that. He's an all right
He's a
dude.
dude, and we laugh and we joke and we talk on the phone, and just he's sending me some stuff in the mail. I didn't ask him to; he wanted to.
Right.
My wife's talking to him. He's a good dude. I mean, he works hard for his fucking money.
Mm-hmm.
So if the trolls ever get my fucking job in security, fuck, I guess I'll be going out to Kansas and working on a farm, smelling like cow shit all day. Not something I suspect, but job's a job, right?
Yep.
Work, got to make the money.
Yep.
I'm not afraid of hard work. You know, it'll be a hard working job compared to what I do now, where I just sit down all day. But it is what it is. Take the good and the bad.
Hey, uh, a good hard day's work never hurt anybody, man.
I mean, it might kill my fat little body, but you never know.
Yeah. It might strengthen you up, man.
You know what? I can use more muscles because I got this big undeveloped muscle called my stomach.
Yeah.
That's part of me that's fat.
But that's the
Well,
only bad thing about rolling your own damn cigarettes. Gets back in your mouth sometimes.
I've been told I have a fat head too, so maybe that's a problem. I'm not sure, but
Seeing him in music says Swammy's a nice guy. He's always tried to get men to live with him. There you go. Miss Trucks. Bring in the troll bags.
bring
Miss
the
Trucks.
fucking troll. I can't see your chat when I'm up on your panel, so I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right. It actually the chat got a little slow there for a bit. I only got 9 people watching it. Not what people want to see, I guess, this time of night at 3:04 in the morning my time. It's 12. It's 12:04 your time. So
No, yes, it is. I know it. It's going to be what it's going to be.
yeah.
Not,
So Dogs of War, she asked for help to get a crime report and then had an excuse for each one offered. So that's why. Okay. Talking about little fungus. Dogs of War just thinks she's cute.
she's not a bad-looking young lady. I mean, if I was formerly attached to my wife, and I might make a play for it, I might not.
Right.
But women on the internet aren't what they really seem. A lot of these women on the internet seem all nice and innocent and bubbly and blah blah blah. And then when you get to know them, they're just fucking nasty and vile and just wow. Like.
Yep, some of them can be, but
It's terrible, really.
so, a lot of them can be that way in real life. I mean,
I can only imagine what some of them are like in real life, to tell you the truth.
Odin, wow.
Did you ever get your Discord account taken care of? The
Yeah,
fake
it's
Tammy.
it's under my control again. Yeah. But I couldn't believe it. Someone was using my account and
Well, like
had
I
it
said, went to
set up.
Chatterbait. I was Tammy is my main name for Chatterbait because
Uh
you
huh.
can't. So you're
Uh,
everywhere, Tammy. You are everywhere. You're on
I,
Chatterbait. You're on
oh,
fucking
I am.
YouTube. Discord. Oh yeah.
I didn't know I was
I
on
mean,
Shadow Break.
not like you're performing on Chatterbait or anything. It's just that when I go into Chatterbait, I have to go incognito. So I had to bring up my Tammy Linlin account.
Oh, okay. So did I steal back my Tammy Lynn account from you from Discord?
Oh, it wasn't me in Discord that was doing it. No, I just have a
Okay.
Tammy Linlin Chatterbait.
Oh, okay.
But it's funny. The longer you stay on YouTube and the internet, and the more you deal with trolls, the more you become jaded to what the trolls say and try to do. And
Mm,
most of the time, it's laughable now. In the most part,
right.
it's laughable,
Mm,
especially when they try to tear you down.
oh yeah. Yeah, that
You
does
know.
make for fun.
And hey, if I'm wrong, I'll admit it. I was on your panel this morning and admitted I was wrong. I don't care.
Yeah. Yep. Sure were.
What's the worst that could come of admitting I'm wrong? People
Hey
tease me.
Odin. Hey Odin. I hate to tell you, even with her fake hair, she looks still 110 times better than you with your long ass scraggly hair.
Odin's the type of guy you find on the side of the road saying, "We'll work for sex."
No, Odin's on the side of the road going, "Oh, Biden's my hero. He sniffs little kids. He's my hero."
I don't know about all that. Your word on that.
I'm sorry, I have to fuck with Odin too, man. I haven't fucked with Odin in months. Shit.
You know.
What the hell, man? He came in
I
here
think.
fucking with me the other night, so I had to fuck
Right.
with him back. You just don't understand, man. My whole outlook on things has really changed, dude. I'm telling you.
Well, seeing what you've
And
seen in it, I'm sure your outlook
I,
will change.
I so I just fuck with these people right back, and I get a great laugh out of it. It's fun. It's hilarious to me.
Yeah, that's what you're meant to
So,
do. Just put them back. Don't get mad about it. Just
yeah,
laugh, make your jokes. Like I always fuck with DDT. I don't have
yep.
anything against him. I actually feel bad that his bro fucked his girlfriend behind his back. I mean, it's supposed to be bros before hoes, but and I know that Special Olympics is closed to find a replacement girlfriend this late in the game.
Well, Odin, you ain't much better as far as getting public record. I mean, quote unquote.
I mean, Tammy, when I think of Odin, I think of a dude with a mask and rubber gloves on and like one of those smocks, right? Going
Uh
in
huh.
and bitching that he has to clean up the dispenser in the women's restroom.
Yep.
Odin,
I think he said that before.
Odin, I don't know if you know or not. Those aren't old jelly donuts. You're not supposed to put them in your mouth. You're not supposed to sniff them. You're supposed to put them in the bag and with all the other trash and put it in the dumpster. But hey, you have your way of cleaning and I have my way of cleaning.
Well, he thinks he needs to clean them out too so they can reuse them.
You know what? If he was a vampire, he'd probably be putting them in his fucking tea and using them for tea bags.
I'm sure he does.
See, this is what I mean. It's funny. It's gross, kind of, but it's funny.
Yeah, no, that's just totally fucking gross, dude.
But
What?
here's the thing. Whenever Salty Rant gets into a fucking raunchy panel, so to speak,
Yeah,
I'm gonna say certain things because that's just who I am. That's what the Salty Rant does.
yeah. That's like one
Salty
of my
Rant's not
gross.
apology. What you think of
See,
him?
one of my grosser than gross jokes is what's grosser than gross? Two vampires fighting over a bloody tampon.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, Tammy. All these child molesters throughout the United States are all thinking about how they can lure kids, right? And what do you
Uh huh.
think they think of when they pass Michael Jackson's house? Fuck.
He's
Can you
their
imagine if
god.
I had a fucking what do they call it? The Ferris wheel in my backyard? Shit.
Oh my god, dude, Snap Canuck made it in here. Can you believe that? Yeah, that's one cool ass Canadian there too.
He's the
I like
only
Dude Down.
cool ass Canadian. All the rest of them suck.
Oh no, 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 no. Lady Zaga is a cool ass Canadian.
All right, I take that back. Lady Zaga, I didn't know you were Canadian. I'm sorry that people like Unbalanced and all the rest of them make you look like shit. Lady Zaga and News Now Canuck are the only two cool Canadians around. The rest of them just embarrass Canada every time they open their mouths and they try to troll.
Last this where you said you're going to do a stream. Oh, okay, New Snap Canuck. Well, I'm glad you made it in, buddy. I am glad you made it in. And
It's
New
been a
Snap
while.
Canuck says, what's grosser than gross is a hickey on a hemorrhoid.
Mm, that is pretty gross. That is pretty gross. I give it to him there.
And Odin says he eats bloody tampons. He eats them. He don't even use them for tea bags. He just eats the motherfucker.
You know what? I mean, if it's the closest thing he's going to get to a woman, then, I don't really support that, but each to their own, right?
Hey, hey, a man can dream, right?
Odin's probably like, I have a dream. No, you don't. It's a fucking nightmare.
That was sick but funny. Damn, you can tell you can tell it's 3:14 my time when I'm
Uh,
laughing at shit like that. Woo-wee.
the later, the more depraved you get, right, Tammy?
Do what?
So the later it gets, the more depraved the conversation.
Oh yeah, and it's always been that way. I mean, you've seen me
I
do
know.
late ones before.
I know. I mean, like nobody else is going live, and it's a
Yep.
nice chill hang. I mean, I don't know why GD just doesn't come up on the panel and tell everybody all the stuff he knows about America. But see, that's the funny thing. There's a lot of people in this community. I like to call it the YouTube community, not so much the A1 community, because I always think of A1 steak sauce or 1A community. And all these fucking non-Americans are such experts on America, but yet, people like you and I, actual Americans that are living the dream, right? In
Hmm.
America, you'd think we would know better than everybody else because we fucking live here, right?
Right.
But you got these guys
Yeah. Yeah.
from other.
We're just dumbasses that live here. They don't live here, and they think they know everything about the United States. I love it.
And that's what fucking blows my mind. It's like I tried talking to some of my relatives in Canada, and they're pissed off about Trump, and they're like, "Well, I have investments in America." I said, "Well, you know what? Move your investments out because we don't want you here. I don't want you here." I said, "You guys have a socialist fucking republic in fucking Canada." I said, "Socialized medicine and everything else. Why? Why is it socialist? Because I don't have the money to spend thousands of dollars." I said, "Look at your fucking government." I said, "Are you guys allowed to have handguns? No. Do you have open carry? No. So when some asshole force comes in there to wipe out Canada or take it over, you can't fight back. You're not even allowed to
Well,
have AR-15 rifles anymore. The fuck?"
they can actually. They've gotten to where they can only hunt, and then they have to have a permit for that.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. Who wants to live in a society like that? I mean, like it sucks in California because we don't have open carry, but I can still go out and buy 9 handguns in a year and wait the
Mm,
customary 10 days and show a utility bill and a fucking, license like insurance bill for my car and go pick up my
right.
fucking gun. It sucks because I can't carry it out in the open. And the only way you can carry a handgun concealed in California is if you have a permit that's statewide,
Mm,
issued in whatever county. But then if you go into another county and they don't recognize that county, it's a fucking nightmare.
yeah,
I just gave
yeah,
up all my guns and said, "Fuck, I can take a knife more places than I can take a gun in the state of California," and nobody says
yeah,
shit about it.
yeah,
And different counties have different size length on the knife. But if I'm a guy from Riverside County and the length rule is say 4 inches, and then I go to
uh,
fucking Los Angeles and the length rule is 3 inches, well, I'm over by an inch. So how does that work? But yet my
that's what
licensing.
I was told the other night by the girl.
What's that?
I was told that the other night by a girl. I was over an inch. Sorry.
Yeah, are you sure she was a girl, Tammy?
Oh, I know she was a girl.
Okay, I just want to make sure, buddy, because I'd hate for you to get tricked again.
That shit cracks me up as well, man. Uh, crack me up with that shit.
This COVID pandemic has really fucked up a lot of good shit about real life. I mean, like, I would love
Oh yeah.
to go to the fucking superstar right now with the wife and have all you can eat sushi. I miss that.
Yeah.
That's been cramping
You
my
know
style.
what? You know what blew my mind? Have
What's that?
you seen? Have you seen where this guy something Sun News or some shit like that used to call him that?
Who?
It's like something Sun News used to call
Oh,
him that.
Second Son New.
Yeah, second Sun News. You know where he's at now?
Yeah, he's in Philadelphia.
Oh no, you didn't see where he's at now.
Where's he
You
at?
didn't see his last live stream, did you?
I don't watch the guy, so why would I?
He's in Hawaii.
No shit.
Yeah, no shit.
Hmm.
I about shit myself when I seen that.
Damn.
But, but what better place to be if the world comes to an end, man? You know what I'm saying? At least you're in paradise, right? But yeah, news now. I'm glad you're here, man. You heard the last bit about people saying they were. Well, I am not. Right? Yeah. I know you're not Native American. You never claimed to be Native. So
I'm not Native American, but if my wife thinks so from the waist down, I guess it's all good.
you're Greek, right? Salty.
What's that?
Are you Greek?
Am I Greek? I'm
Yeah.
Greek. I was Greek, and I was Norwegian, and then I got married, and now I'm Scottish, English, Irish, and German, and all that other good shit.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I'm still Greek when it comes to hitting my wife in the ass.
Yeah, I want to see that. That'll be fun. I can see that quantum grammar mixed with the Hawaiian. You know,
Hey, I really hope that if Second Son News, I mean, what's his name? Not Cybertron, but fuck, I forgot what his name was. Yeah, no, not Cybertron. He went by some other name.
Auditron. Auditron.
Audit. I hope if he's in at least Hawaii, he takes better care of cleaning his shorts than he did when he was at Roadhog's house and when he was in Pennsylvania or Philadelphia or wherever he was at. Because at least he
Cleaning
could
a
go to a nice
short.
and fucking,
Is that what
put
you
them
said?
fucking.
Is that what you said, Salty? Cleaning his shorts?
Yeah, because the guy never could get the fucking stains out of his shorts or the brown streaks. It's like, it's not flying the flag of Mexico in your shorts, bro. It's like, get them fucking stains out of there. How can this guy clean windows so good, but he can't clean his own fucking self and his underpants? It just seems a little fucked up. You gotta maintain. He didn't seem like he was maintaining anything. Now, I know that when he went to Roadhog's, Roadhog was not very nice to him and made him shower in the front yard with cold water. Wouldn't let him go in his house for nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's funny.
I'm just saying, I mean, everybody's fucking making fun of me. We the People Aren't Wars is obsessed with my underpants. I don't know why. It's surprising to me. They must have like an underpants fetish. Maybe they're mad that I wear boxers instead of briefs. I really don't know. I try not to look too much into it because
What you
even
what you need to
escape.
do, what you need to do is try to find We the People Star Wars address. Get a tent, get a box that says tent on it, right? And
Right?
send them a pair of your other shorts.
I mean, like, even if they didn't have stains on them and they were perfectly clean, they would manufacture the stains because that's what they do.
Dude, I would make sure them motherfuckers were stained all the hell and back with ice. I
I got a
mean,
shirt that
just using the wipe your butt.
I got a white T-shirt that I've been using for my personal time when me and Rosie get together. We have a little
Right.
father hand, whatever. Anyway, that shirt has got so much on it right now. It's ready to stand up and walk out of the room.
Damn.
It's like you could hit it with a baseball bat and the chunks will fall right off of it, like Bondo
Yeah.
on a car.
Wow.
Can you imagine what it would look like with the fucking black light on it? It'd have a smiley face with a headshot.
Uh, seeing him and music says he likes your shit staying salty.
He probably just likes my rants when I go after people and shit. And you know, I gotta tell you, Tammy, I mean, maybe I'm just old, maybe I just got a little wiser, I don't know, but you know, my rants as of late have been really fucking dull, really boring. They're not like they used to be. They're not spirited. They're not
Yeah, they
emotion
ain't.
filled. And
Yeah. Yeah, they are
you know,
severely lacking, in my opinion, salty compared to what you used to be.
I mean, shit. When I used to fucking hit the airwaves and start fucking blasting, I'd get like a community guideline strike or a harassment and bullying complaint, and boom, down the video would go. Now, shit stays up for months on end. And I don't understand it.
Yeah. Well, you've lost some zing, dude. You've lost some zing.
You know, this last bout with COVID, 13 days at home, mandatory. I mean, fuck me, dude. I mean, I hated being home, dude. Like, I didn't watch any fucking TV. I still haven't watched any TV. Like, you know, COVID-19 has ruined me. I used to love sitting on the couch with some food, a couple sodas, blasting through my DVR and checking out all my TV shows. Now, fuck that, dude. I don't even watch TV. And it's like, I'm not even concerned with it. If it wasn't for YouTube, I would have literally gone stir crazy the whole 13 days I was off of COVID.
Oh,
That's
I'm
how fucked
sure.
it.
I'm sure I can just imagine how fucked up you would have been if you didn't have YouTube, man.
And it wasn't so much my doing live streams or making videos. It was just watching what other people were doing. And it's like, I was so fucking bored. Like, fuck, man. You know, like, I live for the SGV and furry potato videos. SGV has got it down to science now. Now, when SGV goes out and does an audit, he talks in broken English and he rolls the R's. Man, that shit is the funniest shit I've ever seen. And you know, the cops don't fuck with him if they think he's foreign, like if he's from
Right,
like another country. He talks like an Arab with broken English, and it's hysterical
right.
because the cops are less likely to fuck with him.
That's funny. That is funny. Maybe with this beard, the way I'm growing out this beard right here, I should start doing that. Maybe they won't fuck with me, right?
I think what you need to do is you need to put a turban on top and wear like a robe, right? And make yourself out to appear to be someone else. And then when you're
Right.
holding the camera, I don't think people will fuck with you. I mean,
They'll
they
think
might
I
fuck.
was some tour on.
I think that would be a
Okay.
cool thing to do. You know, like
But,
when James Freeman
but,
had Bobby, I
uh,
mean, Neil Patrick, at that like that Social Security office, and Bobby was all dressed up like an Arab and shit. People were
right.
freaking the fuck out.
By the way, Teflon said, you salty spent all your time with your boyfriend Beaver.
I mean, Teflon, you got to go back to troll school, buddy. That's some weak shit. Don't get me started on your mom, and don't ask me to ask you to ask your mom to find my fucking teeth, because I know last night I was at her house and I left them in the cup on the bedside table next to the bed while she got on top and rode my face like a fucking one of those fucking hobby horses outside the fucking grocery store that you put the quarters in and it goes back and forth and up and down and it has the music. Like, holy shit, dude. Like, I was so fucking crusty in the morning when I woke up. I had to take 2 showers. That's
Right.
how much of a dirty bird your mom is.
CMN and music said Beaver had some old bald lady feeding him KFC last week.
Well, you know, Beavis is trying to re-engineer himself and reinvent himself on YouTube. And so this is crazy, right? So in a day, he got 104 views on 2 girls and Beaver by himself or whatever. 2 girls on 1 Beaver.
Right.
But I mean, it's like nobody wants to hear conversations of Beavis trying to get all dirty with a couple women inside of his car, driving for Lyft and Uber. And I'm pretty sure if Lyft and Uber found out about it,
Mm-hmm.
he wouldn't be talking with him any longer.
He wouldn't have a job.
Yeah, he wouldn't have a job. Just like, when he flooded that person's basement and fucked up the piping and then wanted to blame it on somebody else. And yeah, it never ends with that guy. So I just let him do what he wants. I don't fucking tell him anything anymore. I don't try to offer, my advice or opinions because they're just my advice and my opinions. They don't matter. Fuck it. Let him do what he's going to do. Let him make his own mistakes. And then when he fucking doesn't have a job and he's fucking lonely and destitute and broke and can't get any woman, maybe he'll get a cat. So at least he's got some pussy for a companion. I'm just saying.
Did you see that? Look how long my beard is, man.
I mean, I'm jealous, but
Look at that shit.
I shaved mine off because of COVID.
You shaved it off for your COVID.
Yeah, I shaved it off because of COVID. I was getting tired of it. It was getting really itchy. I got a little bit of a chin strap, like a goatee growing out, but I'll probably end up shaving it before too long, and then cutting all my hair off.
Teflon said, "Salty head fever sitting in a tree, KISSING." Dude, that is a mental picture. I do not want Teflon.
I think Teflon is jealous. He's not getting any fucking relations with his father at home. I mean, somebody goes to grab Teflon on the ass and be like, "Get out of there! You're not my uncle." Just saying. Too soon? Anyway, I probably said too much as it is.
Oh shit, that was funny. No, like I said, yeah, man. One of the things that got put in perspective, these people come in here, they're trolling, they're calling me, they'll do whatever, like I was trying to tell everybody earlier with you and your insults, okay? There was famous people that started out that way, okay? Some of the world's most famous people, as far as comedians go, started out with insults.
I mean, look at fucking.
I mean, dirty, nasty, dirty, downright. I'm gonna hurt you insults.
Some dirty fucking videos. Sam Kinison is a fucking. What's his name? What the fuck? Andrew Dice Clay. Andrew Dice Clay was the only comedian I know kicked off of fucking MTV. Really?
Right.
I mean, come on, man.
I mean, but there's still some of the most famous people out there. Okay.
Exactly.
So I don't, and honestly, I don't see anything with you being what they're calling you being a jackass about. Any difference between them? Okay. I don't see.
You know what it is when the chips are down, for me, most of the time, and people want to come in, well, I don't get mad anymore. I just think of creative ways to respond back.
Right. You push the envelope with some of the shit you say. I'll tell you that now, and I've said that in the past. Yeah, you push the envelope with some of the shit you say.
Oh yeah, dude, I push the envelope. You don't know, and like I'll be at work, right? Case in point, this is funny. This happened a while ago before I had COVID and shit. I was at work and guy's like, "Hey man, do you work here?" I'm like, "No, man, I just fucking stole security guards, clothes, keys, lunch, and car." And this was a cop that asked me this. He goes, "Really?" I said, "No." I said, "What are you, stupid?" I said, "You need to go back to the academy and learn your fucking job a little bit better." Cop got all pissed off and he drove away.
There you go.
There was another cop that showed up and we had a fucking, like a burglary where somebody broke a window. And of course, I'm on the gas property, so I don't see it or hear about it until, all the cops come in, right? And I asked him, I said, "What do we got?" I said, "What do we got? Was it a B&E?" And like, "You don't know?" I said, "I have no clue." I said, "If I had all the fucking answers, I wouldn't be jerking off talking to you." And then this canine guy comes in, a real cocky dude, right? And he interrupts the conversation, starts throwing his weight around, talking shit. I'm like, "Officer," I said, "I didn't know they had bring your sister to work today. He goes, excuse me? I said, I mean, bring your girlfriend to work day. He goes, excuse me? I said, you're a canine unit. I didn't know you're allowed to bring your girlfriend with you in the car. All the other cops laughed. Thought that shit was funny. Fucking canine officer didn't appreciate it.
Oh, that's just funny. Come on. Oh man, that cop should have
Like, I
laughed
know,
his ass off.
I'm like, I said, ditto, I know who you work for too. What's your point? You gonna report me for having a sense of humor? I said, come on, bro, that's funny. If it wasn't funny, your fellow officers wouldn't be laughing at it.
Right, right. It's like
This is a guy who was top flight. This cop was top flight.
That's about like with Peachy Ryder.
What's that?
With Peachy Ryder. That's about like when Peachy Ryder got that one cop down there in Atlanta. He was all butthurt, but all his friends were laughing at him.
Was that when she was doing the protest? George Floyd protest?
Yeah, they were. She was going back to her motel.
I don't remember seeing that part of it, but like here's the thing, right? I don't take myself too serious. I got a job where I got to be serious most of the time. Yeah, I get it. I wear a badge and a uniform. Yeah, I get all that. But I'm all about fucking hanging out, kicking back, not being super serious, doing what I got to do, not worrying about shit. And fucking just being like, this is bullshit, dude. It's like, why am I gonna get all bent and tweaked about something and try to act all, I don't know, crazy? I can't control half the shit that goes on around me.
Hey,
I barely control my own actions.
Let me refresh this stream real quick. I can't hear you, Peachy. Give me a second.
Okay. Can you hear me, Salty?
I can hear you.
Happy New Year to you, Salty.
Oh, thank you. How's everything going with you?
I'm doing well. I've had my mom, my brother sick with COVID, and then my mom got really, really sick, and she's still not over it.
Yep, I just got over COVID myself, and my wife's going to get tested on Monday, and hopefully she's negative. And then her mom caught COVID, but then her sister, who lives downstairs, didn't catch COVID. Every time I go in the house, I still wear a mask.
There we go. Hey, Peachy Ryder.
Probably because it makes me look.
Hey, can you hear me now, Tammy?
I sure can.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year's to you too, hon.
It was so funny because right when I clicked on, I said, "Oh, Tammy, I've been taking a long break from all this drama," but I'm like, Tammy's live, so I clicked on you, and then you said my name, and I'm like, man, that was funny.
That's perfect timing right there, huh?
It was perfect timing. Yeah.
What I was talking about was how you got that cop down there in Atlanta where you nailed him and all his buddies were laughing their asses off in the background.
Yeah, that was funny. His face turned so red.
It did.
I mean, live life, dude, laugh.
Hey, Tammy, the past is a past, but I've never said anything bad about you going through whatever you did. But I really appreciate, we've helped one another. And then, man, you did me a big solid by helping me down in Atlanta and kicking that off. I mean, because everyone's sharing it, mirroring it. It got, and that's the thing, is just spreading the word. That's why I was down there, to show what was going on, right?
Yes. So you were recording a big part of history.
Well, I really, really appreciate what you did for me.
Anytime, girl. Anytime. I'll do that anytime.
People still ask me about that Frank Hassel video that I made, where I showed him coming after you and then trying to say you had a knife and get you beat up and shit. That guy's an ass.
Yeah, well, he's off of YouTube. His quote off of YouTube. He's not doing his stick. Anyone can go back to YouTube, right? I guess. And I think he's doing more other platforms. But man, you guys don't even know what he's done. I mean, I've watched a lot of his videos after that. Recently, last couple of months, he went to Boogie. It's a big gamer, Boogie. I forget his name, but he's got 2 or 3 million subscribers. And so Frank Hassel, Chad King, whatever you want to call him, was going after Boogie, and they were back and forth, online on YouTube. And then Frank Hassel showed up to his house, knocked on his door, and Boogie came out, and this is all on video, and the cops got called, but he wouldn't leave. Boogie had a gun, shot it in the air as a warning shot, and that was a big thing. And I thought, I I was laughing, but not really, because then I got scared about him coming to my house.
Right.
I'm like, if he's going to do what he did to me, and I know what he's done to other people with the other videos that I've seen, I mean, harassing the fuck out of people. And I was scared. I was afraid for my safety. I was. And yes, I did pull out a knife. I will admit that. I did. But, he was throwing shit at me, getting in my face, wouldn't leave me alone. We had tear gas and shit.
By law in Georgia, when he threw something at you, you had the right to kill him. And that's what you don't understand down in Georgia. Georgia has passed laws too.
He's a big dude, and look, I caught a couple of videos a few days ago. I was searching for somebody, and some videos came up with me in that situation, and this was a video that wasn't in my favor, and I didn't watch it, but I did read some of the comments, and some people were saying, "Yeah, you pushed him. You pushed him." No, I didn't push him. I tell you 2 things I did do. I snatched that fucking GoPro off his head and threw it, and that's how close he was to me. I snatched that GoPro. Yeah, could I'd have been arrested for that? Maybe, but they're not going to do shit during a protest. And yeah, I fear for my life, and I pulled out a knife. Now, was that the smartest thing? Was that the smartest thing that I ever done? No, probably not.
Yeah, but you got to look at
I don't know. It backed him away from you.
Way bigger than you. He had motive, means, and opportunity. You're a small female. He can't be doing what he's doing.
Well, what it did do was he screamed. It did backfire on me, because he screamed to the crowd, "She's got a knife," just like he screamed. She's saying "nigger, nigger," which is not true, but he was trying to incite a riot against me, and so yeah.
Yeah, but it sort of backfired on you, but it backed him up away from you though when you threw that.
It did.
GoPro, which actually wound up being a little bit of a good thing. He needed his distance from you.
Yeah, he did. You're exactly right, Tammy. And thinking about it, if I'd known what I was doing and thinking about that, because it was just a fucking reaction, right? It was just a reaction. I wasn't even thinking about it. I just did it. He's a big dude, so what he did was he raised his. Go ahead.
Well, what I also saw was he's a big dude, but he's a coward because you shocked the piss out of him.
Yeah, he raised his hand
on top of it.
Yeah, he raised his hand like he's like I was a quarterback. He was a defensive lineman. He raised his hand like that when I grabbed his GoPro, and before I knew he did that, I had already threw it, right. So it did hit his hand. But thinking about it, I would have done something totally different with that GoPro if I would have really thought about it. I wouldn't have thrown it. I wouldn't have thrown it like that.
Cameras of mass destruction. You are completely right. I just went to try to get on my Parler account. I cannot get on my Parler account. Parler is completely shut down, no matter how you get to it now.
That's Apple.
No. Parler was going through Amazon servers. Amazon shut them down. Completely pulled their plug.
So if I could have been in DC, my fear is because I would like to when I get set physically, I still got some things to do with my health, but I would like to really start filming some of these big protests and things like that. If I could have been in DC, I would. What scares me though, and I think, and I've thought about this since it happened, would I have been the one to go in the Capitol? If I had a chance, would I have been the one to go in the Capitol building? That's what scares me because I'm not, dude. I'm just not scared. I'm not, man. It just doesn't. I grew up with a street full of boys and a big brother who abused me. Who knocked me around. I won't say abuse. Well, it was abuse, but it's all in the family. But it made me tough as shit, though, right? But that's what scares me, and that's what scares my dad. My dad was telling a friend, he's like, "Yeah, she's not scared of anything." I'll get on that bike with a bum hip, that motorcycle with a bum hip, and not feeling like shit. I just don't back down too often.
Well,
But that scares me.
and also in your situation, you've already faced the Grim Reaper too. So what is
Exactly.
there to be scared of?
You
Right?
know what, Tammy? You're exactly right about that. Yep, that's right.
I
Yeah.
mean,
Thank you you don't have to remind me of that, but that was a good
well,
observation because you're right.
that should be a proud thing in your fucking life, man. Honestly, I would say that would be something that should be prideful for you.
You
That
know,
you,
with what I have, I can say quote had, and still doing chemotherapy, but in 5 years there's a 27% 27% what's the word? There's 27% of living.
20% chance of living, or
27% chance of living.
okay.
Only 20% chance of living.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. 70, how about a 70% chance of dying?
Well, if I had that going on in my life, I'd be probably pretty fearless too.
I appreciate that though. Yeah.
But no, you're a hell of a woman, girl. You really are, and always have been. And I have always been proud that I had the opportunity to know you and meet you. Well, not meet you, but per se face to face, but meet you on this internet.
Yeah, we've been through a little bit together back and forth. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, but
I
you know,
liked it when you were in your jammies showing off it's the best part of your whole Atlanta
what's
picture.
I have to admit that was pretty good too.
what when
Man,
I'll
I
do
got
that.
some.
what when I was in the hotel room with my mom?
Yep, I got some good screenshots of your cleavage, but my other.
Well, why didn't you put it up with my
If
teaching
we,
certificate then? You put up
What's
my
that?
teacher.
Oh,
When you put my teaching certificate up on the video, you should have put my other. Those are my accolades.
yeah, but
yeah,
here's the problem. I couldn't get it out of my phone. I had several phones since then to the phone I have now, and the batteries went dead
like
on them.
you're cracking me up.
I can get the information. The pins where you charge the charging cable are broken. I can't get the information. I had all kinds of memes and shit saved from when I was in all kinds of stuff. Fucked up. I just one of Black Label and fucking what's the face? Josh Russell's old wife. Fuck, I can't
You're
think of it.
roboting,
Just
brother.
a couple fat.
Yeah, you're starting to robot, Salty.
All right, well, my battery's starting to go, so I'll come back.
All right.
What's up, Tuna Time? Good to see you, Dogs of War, CMN and Music, Teflon, News Now, Canuck. That Tuna Time, man. I've been playing some hell at some 8 ball pool, dude. Man, I'm bringing up my win percentage too.
And
I love
Peachy,
playing. I love playing pool.
the way I see the little bit of bad we've had to each other, that's just what friends do. Okay.
Yeah, but it hasn't been. There was that thing, with I thought I was gonna, help a friend out. It wasn't anything against you with Mammy. It was more just helping her out. It wasn't anything, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I just wanted to let you know I understood you were trying to help out someone, but I do know that she scammed you, and that pissed me off more from her than it did you helping her.
Well, you know what? I'm not looking at it as a scam because it was a gut reaction feeling to help, and it not much thought into it. My two
Well, if
beagles.
she would have asked for something different than a bed, okay,
Well,
I
I
would
don't
have
really want to.
understood. I would have understood that whole thing. But when you know that she's got a brand spanking new bed in storage, okay, and then she's trying to say, "I need a new bed."
Well, we
Uh,
need. Can she come
uh,
up here if we're going to talk about her?
she can come up here. Come
I
on.
know she's not going to, but look. I don't want
Yeah.
to feel. I don't feel bad for helping. You know, I didn't.
Like I said, if she would have asked for anything else, I wouldn't have had a problem. Okay. If she would have said, "Okay, I need food," or I need, I need, I need a new car, or I need something other than that, I wouldn't have had a problem. And I
Well,
wasn't
look.
mad per se at you on that. Okay, I
Well,
really
it's
wasn't.
over.
Yeah,
It's over. I'm sorry.
yeah.
It's your channel. I don't want to take it over.
No,
You
no,
can
no,
say
no,
what you.
no. I just wanted to explain to you. I wasn't
Yeah.
really even mad at you for that. Okay. And you're right. It's over. It's long gone. It's over. Hell, I got a great life going on now. So what the fuck, Actually, she did me a favor, you know. So it got my ass to looking for different ways on how to actually look into getting my own place. You know what I'm saying? So what the
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah. Things happen for a reason. I get that.
Mhm. Yeah, and I even said that why I was still at the freaking thing. I said things happen for a reason. And lo and behold, what can I ask for? I still have once this COVID's over, I got a really good job that I can still go back to. And right now, I got why this COVID's going down and things are locked up. And I'm here. I still got a decent job, not a really good one. It's a decent. So what the fuck? What
What
can
kind
I?
of? Can I ask what kind of work?
I'm in construction, doing construction
Okay.
right now.
Cool. Yep.
But it pays the bills. It gives me what I need and what I want. Right.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm about to
Absolutely.
go. I'm about to go buy me a sailboat.
Hey, you
I'm,
should check out. Trying to think of this guy's name. Um, his YouTube channel blew up because he got divorced, right, and then he was having custody battles with his wife,
uh,
and this one video like blew up, like 30, 40, 50 million views on it, with his son. He was driving his son was visiting him, right, and his
uh,
name's Caleb. I'm trying to think of his last name. It's Caleb something, and somebody in the chat might have seen this too. But he was driving his son back to his ex-wife
I
and
did.
her new husband, and he wouldn't, and his son wouldn't get out of the car, and the mom came up to the window begging his son to get out, and anyway, through that situation, he'd been vlogging. That video went freaking viral, right? And they called the police and everything. But the way that his son handled himself was unbelievable. But Caleb ended up going to jail for that. I'm not sure for how long, but he ended up going to jail for not making his son get out of his car. But his son didn't want to go back and live with his mom. He wanted to live with his dad. It was this whole big old blow up. But guess what? He's doing now.
Mm,
He bought a sailboat and he's in
mm,
Florida and he bought a sailboat and he sold everything he freaking got, and he took like a week or 2 week course on how to be a captain, and
uh-huh.
he's on his sailboat, man. I email him. We email each other back and forth a little bit, but I'll find out his name and I'll drop it on a comment section.
Yeah, please do because I would love to look into that because that would just intrigue me. But yeah, I'm getting a sailboat soon. I learned how to sail for my buddy down in Florida. I can do that. That shit is amazing. there is no bigger sense of freedom, at least that I've ever felt, than being out there and having the wind move you across the water in a boat. You know,
He he's doing it, man. He's doing it. He's had his he's had some problems. The last time I we've communicated after this video, but I haven't seen another video in about a week from him. But he got stuck on a sandbar. It was low
oh
tide,
shit.
and his damn sailboat got stuck on the sandbar, and he's figuring all this shit out, right? I mean, he's like a newbie with this, man, and he's doing his live streams on his sailboat. He's cool as shit. News Now Canute said that he saw that video with Caleb, but but look, check this out. So he calls he calls this boat towing place, right, to come out with this mini barge or whatever they had to pull to get him off that sandbar. And he said, "Look, this is what kind of sailboat I have. Blah blah blah. I can't get off the sandbar." And and they came out and they couldn't do it either, and they got stuck and they took his money.
Oh
It was like
shit.
$600. It was like six hundred
Yeah.
dollars.
Oh
He
yeah.
doesn't have. Yeah,
Boat tows and things like that are not cheap. I'm telling you
no,
that
they took
now.
his money. He was pissed off. They took his money, and so I haven't heard back from him. I emailed him a couple of times, saw that video, and I'm sure he got off that sandbar. But he was trying to problem solve, and people, I think he does Facebook too, and people were really trying to help him that are in are that people that have experience in that too, and
All he had to do, if he got stuck out there because of the tide going out, all he had to do was wait for the tide to come
no,
in.
he was still. It's still, yeah. Well, I don't know. I can't say that he was still stuck there when the tide came back.
Right.
Came back. I'm not sure, but he's testing. What he's doing is staying close to his shore there. He's out in the cove and he's going here and there because he's got a little skiff that he'll go back into town and get food and water and stuff. But he's cool as shit, man. I really like him, and he's going through alcoholism. He stopped drinking, so he got on the
Mhm.
sailboat, and I think that was his nemesis was fucking alcohol. I think that was
Right.
probably some of his problems throughout
Well,
the
I tell
throughout
you
the
what,
throughout the years.
a sailboat will help clear your mind out of a lot of problems and things like that, man. I mean, it's something special. I can't tell you what it is until you do it yourself. It's just something special about it, and the freedom. I think it's the feeling of freedom. Yeah.
Yeah, well, he talks about that. He's on a sailboat and he'll show the sunset or sunrise, and he'll talk about just like you're talking, you know.
Mhm.
And
Uh,
he's got three boys and a daughter, four boys and a daughter. He's got a big family.
yeah, that is a big family.
Yeah.
But yeah, there ain't nothing like going out on the Gulf of Mexico when the moon's coming up in a sailboat, and that moon's coming up and it looks huge. I mean, it's like freaking huge, and it's coming up out of the water. It looks like there ain't nothing that beats that, man. I'm telling you. Or when the sun's coming up first thing in the morning and does the same thing. It's freaking awesome. It really is.
Yeah, well, I was telling my dad about this guy, and I was just, he's such an inspiration,
Hmm.
because he's been through so much, and then he's wanting to do this and want to do that, and he's doing it, man. I'm like, you're doing it, you know,
I'm
whether
proud of it.
whatever, yeah, hell yeah. And I know there's tons of channels out there with sailing and people that live stream and all this, but I don't know how many channels are, with somebody like Caleb, brand new, sold everything he's got, jumped on a sailboat. And, but, I was watching him when he was painting. He was doing, he bought the boat and he was all excited. I'm like, yeah, right, you're going to sell. But by God, he did. He got it ready. He painted it. He did patchwork and all this and that. And, but I was
Hmm.
like, hell yeah, man. I was happy for him. I am happy for him.
Yeah, I'm happy to hear that for him. I really am because yeah, the biggest part though with sailing is Uh, you got you'll learn new things. I don't care how much you prepare for it. You'll learn something new every day about sailing. Okay. I knew a guy that he'd been sailing boats on the Gulf of Mexico and in the Atlantic Ocean for 30 some years. And he says every day I find something new to do with that boat. Okay. But the biggest thing is you just got to go out there and make the first step onto the boat and do it. Once you do it, you're going to find out one or two things. You're either going to hate it or you're going to love it.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
and there ain't no in betweens.
That's what Caleb was saying. But too, I'm thinking, man, well, he's not like with a boat, like with a yacht club or sailing club or something. But man, you're talking about the alcohol flowing. You get with boaters and you get in that lifestyle. And if you're hanging out with a lot of people with boats and you're on the dock and everything, the alcohol flows. And I'm like, man, that's not, but he's not, thankfully he's out on his own. He's not being influenced, and I hope he's staying sober though. I mean,
Yeah, I
that's
hope so too.
yeah.
So I can't wait to get that link because I'd like to see it. I'd like to see what he's going through and all. Because I love being on a sailboat. I love sailing. Uh, I had a little sloop down that my buddy let me use all the time. Uh, and it looks like I'm going to get almost the same type of boat. It's a different name brand. His was a Triton. The one I'm going to get is a Seabird. Uh, uh, and it's a freaking but it looks almost like the same body style boat. A little bit newer than his. And I think it was. See, I think they changed their name from Triton to Seabird. So uh, I think that's why they look so much alike. And sails are good. The hull and body's good. They just put in new bilge pumps. Just rebuilt the Onan engine, the diesel engine in it. I mean, it's freaking awesome. It's got solar power on it. I'm looking at this and I'm like, hell yeah. And I
Oh,
just
you're roboting for a minute and froze
okay.
for a second.
Well, my thing just spun even. That was weird. But
Okay, this is a dumb question. What do you call the steering wheel? The steering wheel on the sailboat or on a
you,
boat?
well, you got a wheel.
Yeah, wheel. Okay, well, the wheel of this sailboat is in the back.
Yeah, yeah. Well, most sailboats are. You also have the rudder.
Yeah,
If you got like the hand that's got a rudder. You see what I'm
yeah,
saying?
he's got that. He's got that too. Yeah,
Okay. But yeah, the wheel is most of them are towards the back on a sailboat.
yeah.
Uh, if that's what you got, the one I got will have a hand rudder. Okay, and I'll have that. And that ain't the name.
Let me see if I can find his name, and I'll come right back.
All right, cool. Yeah, that is a rudder. Uh, well, I hope everybody's having a good morning. Excuse me, good morning or good evening, good night, whatever y'all are in right now. Hope everybody's having a good one and enjoying. Been a pretty good day for me. Good night. Haven't been on this late in a long time. 4:04 in the morning. Geez, that's that's late for me. But I will be right back, y'all. I need to go make me some coffee. It won't take me long. I got instant. I'll be right back. Like I said, it wouldn't take me long. All right, hold on a second. Peachy, had to grab me some coffee. There you go, Peachy. Yeah, I had to get me some coffee right quick. Sorry about that. Caleb Leverett. Okay. There's the link here, huh? Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's I put it down in the chat, but it's Caleb Leverett.
Yeah, I'm writing it down now.
Yeah, it was Christmas that he was stuck. He's like, "Merry Christmas, I'm stuck."
Damn, damn.
Yeah,
And then they took $600 from him.
yeah,
Damn, yeah, that is a real Merry Christmas.
yeah.
God damn.
Yeah, so you should check out his one. The video that I would recommend was check out that one that went viral with his son. That'll get you to know him a little bit, and then anyway, and then hit. You know, I didn't see an updated video since the last one I watched. I left him a message and I emailed him to see if he got unstuck. I don't know what happened to him, man. I haven't heard back from him. I don't know. And he hasn't produced another video, so I'm not sure.
Right.
I hope he didn't give up. I'm sure he didn't.
Oh, I'm sure he didn't either.
Nah, he's got big plans, man, on selling. You know, he's got. I'm trying to think how many feet that thing is. It's not. I don't think it's over.
Damn.
What?
That boy's got 404K subscribers.
Yeah, he's almost got 500,000 subscribers.
Damn.
Yeah. But his lives, though, you know, they're not like huge. You know, like a lot of. That's what's so nice. You know, that's how I got to know him a little bit because his. Well, actually, one of his moderators banned me, and that's how I actually first reached out to him. I'm like, man, because he doesn't want he doesn't want people coming in and always asking about his kid, right? Because that was like in the past that happened, you know. But people know him from his videos with his kids and with his one kid, right?
Right.
And so people come in the chat and when he's doing the selling thing and they keep asking about his kid, you know, what's going on? Well, that his kid now is, you know, he's grown. He's over age now. He's 18 or 19 now. But and so now what they're starting to do is they're starting to ban people that ask about his kids, and I'm like, man, you guys are tyrants, and they banned me
Why?
for, huh?
Why would you do that? It should. I mean, to want to know about someone that you've been associated with for however long his child that happened with his child. You know.
Yeah, I think because it's just such a, it happened like 7 or 8 years ago, and I think what happened was that YouTube will bring around these videos in your recommended list, right? And
Uh-huh.
so a lot of new people, they'll watch it, and a lot of new people will come to this channel, and they'll say, well, I don't know fucking why they're doing it. That's why I'm like, man, you guys are tyrants. Why are you doing this? And they banned me. So I got in touch with Caleb, and I'm like, man, your mods freaking banning me. He's like, well, I'll unban you. What's your channel name? Blah blah. So we started talking a little bit after that, but yeah.
Good,
But
good. Yeah.
he's a really nice guy. I don't, I'm trying to think how many years they are. I don't know about years that he spent. Maybe he spent a year in jail for all that business. But it was a big old blow up, And then there was a follow up after that video. There was a follow up, and so what happened was the ex wife took him to court, and they made the son go back with the mom, and then the mom and the stepdad moved like hours and hours away from Caleb. So it's really it was heartbreaking because I wanted, people wanted another outcome than that. You want a good outcome with that situation, and the courts ruled against him. And then there was a big to do in the parking lot, and Caleb and his son sat on the ground and said, I'm not going with my mom, but the courts ordered him to. And what broke my heart was they moved hours and hours away from Caleb.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that really sucks.
Yeah. But his kids are grown now. And so he's doing his own thing.
Uh,
I'm hoping that he, I don't know. I'm hoping, I wish him success.
does he have any vids of his vote?
Yeah. I think the first bid, was he was showing off his boat, and then he started painting it.
Okay, because I am curious. Um, because he's on a Triton. I can tell you that now.
Yeah.
And because I could see the cabin of it in one of his videos, and that boat looks like the same exact boat my buddy owned. I'm wondering if it is the boat my buddy owned.
Where does your buddy live?
He lived in Old Town, Florida, but he go out of at Swanee River. But the guy that bought it took it out of the Swanee River and took it somewhere.
Okay, so the story behind this boat, I think, is that after the hurricane, it got left behind by this couple, and he bought it.
Oh, okay.
I think the
Well,
couple. I don't think the couple. I think they were snowbirds, Tammy. I don't think they lived. They had the sailboat. I don't know really the story with them, but if I were to make an educated guess, they didn't live in Florida, but they had the sailboat in Florida. Then there's a hurricane.
oh, there's tons of people that do that.
Yeah.
They'll come down there, they'll buy a boat and leave it there, and then a hurricane will get it unmoored, and then you can go get one of them cheap. All you got to do is get a salvage license. Salvage license costs you $55.
Yeah, well, I don't know if I heard him say, seemed like somebody did ask him how much he paid for it, and I can't remember if he said or not, but
Well,
he sold everything. He's from Texas. I think he's from Texas, so he sold everything he had in Texas and bought the sailboat.
okay. Well, then it might not be because if he's over there in Texas, then it might not be uh, because damn, that would have been something if that was the same boat.
I know, right?
But it is the same style boat. That is a Triton. I'll tell you that now. That's a
Yeah.
Triton he's on. If it
Well,
ain't, then it's one of the uh, satellite companies that Triton had back in the 70s.
He
And they
doesn't have a lot. I'm sorry to cut you off. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
I was just gonna say he doesn't have a lot of videos with his boat, with that sailboat, and the videos that he has is the first ones he's showing off that sailboat.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I'm just glad that you showed me him.
Yeah, so subscribe to him and tell him if you get on a live, tell him Peachy Rider
Yeah, I
told you
sure
about it.
will.
Yeah,
I sure will. I mean, they should. Well, hold on here. Anybody that goes to his channel, he's still got them videos up of on his channel where he was
exactly.
having the problems. So
Yep.
that's insane that they would be that way to me.
I know, right? It's like he puts all his trust in his mods, and he's like, "Well, I try to tell my mods," and I'm like, "Dude, I just want to say, I don't know if he even cares about continue growing his channel with what he's doing, but that's not the way to go."
right.
And I don't know how many of those people really weren't trolling him. I mean, we know trolling, right? I mean, we know some trolling. And I know there's
Yeah.
people that in the trolling communities are even worse. I don't think we're in the bottom of the barrel with the trolling, and it can be a lot worse. But I know a little bit of trolling, and that's not, they weren't really trolling him.
Right.
He's got some tyrant
We
mods.
we seen some trolling in our time, ain't
I
we?
know, right?
We know what real trolling is. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't really trolling him that hard. And that's why I'm
Right.
like, you're tired. And right when I said that, they banned me. I'm like, fuck.
Right. Yeah.
So I have one backup channel this is Adventures with Peachy Rider, and I made another channel, Peachy Rider, just to let people know I was banned on my main channel.
Damn. Actually, that ain't a Triton. I'm wrong. It looked like it's got the same setup, console setup as a Triton, though. I'm actually getting to see pictures of the boat now, straight up. That's not a Triton. That looks like an O'Day, actually. That's a good boat if that's an O'Day. Uh, that's better than even a Triton. O'Days are like the top of the line sailboat that you can get, most top of the line you can get. Other than, I mean, for the cheaper sailboats, let's put it that way. There are some out there that are like $110,000 that are that are named other things, but they're like 110, $115,000. Something I can't ever look into affording.
Yeah, well, he was really proud of it, showing it, and looking at it. It was like, oh, you just don't, the video camera doesn't do things justice, right? I mean, even with
Right,
people, I met people, they're like, oh, you're really good looking, you're not that, good looking on camera, but, so I was like, about that boat. But he did a lot of work with it. And he got some old timers to help, to give them advice on, to buy this or don't buy that, and how to do things a little bit cheaper and things to get it ready.
well,
So,
I can tell you now, one of the things I was noticing already because while I'm talking to you, I'm sort of looking at the video. One of the things he did that was impressive to me was he took a paint chisel and chiseled off the bottom paint.
yep,
That's not easy
yeah,
because
he
that
did.
that shit's made to stay.
Yep, yeah, he did a video. I remember watching that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
he was working his ass off.
yeah, that right there ain't easy because that paint's made to stay. It's made to be there for 3 years of ocean use. Okay, uh, when you got a paint that's made to do that, it just don't come off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's made to knock into a reef and not just chip away. Type shit.
Yeah, I was like, man, I'll leave positive comments with his videos, and then email him or something, and write a little bit more. But the at the end of the day, man, it takes a lot of courage to go through what he's been through with everything and fighting alcoholism, and then going to jail for trying to stand up for what he thought was right with his son and his family and
Hmm.
everything. But he's got a beautiful family.
I hate to hear that anybody went through that with their kids. That's disgusting that people
Yeah,
have
his
to do
wife,
that with
man,
their kids.
his wife made a lot of sense in that big video that went viral. She made a lot of sense, but the son, man, he got common sense like his folks. I mean, I think he was 14 at the time, Tammy, and he was sitting in his truck, and and he cried for a bit, but he kept his composure, and he's like, I'm not getting out of this truck. Dad didn't make him. Mom's like, you're getting out of this truck. Stepdad came out. He's like, I'm not getting out of this truck. And the police came, and they didn't really know what to do. The police, they
Hmm.
didn't know what to do. And
Wow.
so I don't know how many times that happened. I don't know a lot about I can't even remember the charge he got. That the charge, he said it, but I just can't remember it, that he got. um and So anyway, I just don't have I can't remember a lot of details with that. But anyway,
Damn,
that's
the
Caleb.
man,
Yep.
that man's living the life, dude. I'm sitting here just looking through it. He's living it, man. I'm envious of him. I am so envious of him right now,
That's
man.
why when you said sailboat, I'm like, hold on, I got somebody to tell you about.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I am just so envious of him, because like I said, there ain't nothing like sailing. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it is the coolest thing, and yeah, I do believe that is an O'Day. God, hey, boy, if he got that at a decent price, he got lucky. Ooh, because like I said, O'Days, they're like in the anywhere between depending on the length, and that's looks like maybe about a 25 footer. Um, uh,
Yeah, it's between 25 and 30 feet, I believe, Tammy.
okay,
Yeah.
so uh, uh, yeah, probably with the snoot, or that little flying bridge that he has on the front, it could probably be about a 30 footer. I wasn't taking into account that flying bridge. Uh, but uh, um, but yeah, that that's about brand new. If you were to buy that boat brand new, that boat's about a $65,000 boat.
Wow.
Yeah.
He went through some bad luck because he got stuck on the sandbar, and then he took I don't know the time frame, that day, next day or something. He took a skiff to the shore to get supplies, and he came
Mhm.
back, and it had popped. It
Oh
had popped.
no.
Yeah, and so he was
Damn.
having some bad luck. But a neighbor, check this out though. But a neighbor loaned him their skiff. Am I saying that right? Skiff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skiff.
They loaned him their skiff, which I thought was really really cool. And so
Mhm.
he took that back to his boat and tied it up. But you'll have to watch it though. He did some problem solving with did some unique things to get his
Well,
boat.
that's something you'll find out once you get out there on that water. There's a whole different community out there on that water.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, it ain't like being in a city or even in a town setting. Uh, and people are willing to help people,
Yeah. Absolutely.
be, especially if you're trying to help yourself to begin with.
Well, that
I
was. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
like I was just going to bring up like when I lived out there on the river on the Swanee River. Okay, uh, I had people that would come by my boat from other boats up and down the river. We'd sit down and have coffee and breakfast, and they'd bring something to eat, and I'd cook the breakfast. And then the next day I go to one of their boats and we do the same thing. If one of us needed help, Okay, what do you need me to do? Okay, I need you to pull my boat up here to such and such place. Okay, and we did that. That's how we worked out there on that river. Uh, Anybody needing help got help. No matter what. So there is a whole new community, a whole different community out there on that river than what you would ever see in a town setting or city setting.
Yeah. Well, I was real pleased. I was just very very pleased that he'd found, or I don't know if he found the neighbor or neighbor found him, but that just really made me happy. What's great too with the internet, man? The internet has just changed things, because he was just getting so much. He was getting suggestions from people. He'd go live and he'd say this or that, and so I think he got a lot of help from from people, and I
Yeah,
just think that's really cool.
yeah, that is cool because you know, people, the internet people. There's a lot of people out there that right now they're stuck at home. Uh, that can't be out there boating and shit like that. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
because they're stuck wherever they're stuck at. And so they're living vicariously through them, and they also have a lot of knowledge because some of them people, like I said, I know a man that's been sailing on the Gulf of Mexico for now almost because he still ain't stopped. Because down in Florida they never really shut down. You know what I'm saying? They had a semi shutdown, but they never really shut down.
Yep.
And he's been out there still yet the whole damn time, and that man's probably put in 35 to 38 years on the water,
Yep.
and like I said though, he even will tell you every day he finds out something new that can and will go wrong, or or he'll find a new way to throw the sails or some shit to make the boat do something different. You know,
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah. I'm really now curious after bringing his name up and us talking about him is what's going on. I'll probably get off here and try to shoot him an email and find out what's going on with him.
Yeah, do
I
that
Yeah. Yeah.
and let him know that you know a person that's going to be coming probably into his room when he does live that will enjoy that if you don't mind because I know I'll enjoy watching him.
Yeah, I'm just really curious. A few things can happen. We could debate what's going on with him, but he could have got off the sandbar and docked it and working. Trying to earn some more money.
Yep,
Because you're not earning any money. How are you going to earn money out on your if you don't have savings? You don't have money saved up. You're
yep,
gonna have to
you
keep
got to do
earning.
stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna have to keep earning money doing something.
Yep,
So that's what
you're
I'm
right.
thinking right now. Maybe he's doing that.
See, I'll tell you another thing that was cool about being out there too. Even if you couldn't earn the money, okay, because there's times that you just ain't gonna find something to do while you're out there on that river, okay, or out there on that gulf, whatever. Because especially now that almost that damn near 90% of the fucking country's out of a job. Yeah, uh, but a lot of people are willing to go. Okay, if you work for me, I'll give you this, or you see them have something and go, hey, you got that, I'll work for you,
Yeah,
and
back to the barter system.
yep,
Yeah,
and these people are willing to do that type of shit quick, you know, to get something done for them. They'll jump at that real quick, because like one of the things that I got into, I was able to do fiberglass work. Okay. Uh, I had a friend that was down the way. He was rebuilding this boat. Okay. That he just got. Okay. Well, it needed some fiberglass work done. Well, I said, well, I needed this, I needed that, and I needed that. And he had this, that, and this. Okay. And, I said, okay, I'll work for you, and you give me those, and we'll be good. Okay, no problem. I did his fiberglass work. He handed me the shit I needed, and I went on.
yeah,
Okay,
that's cool. Yeah,
Yep, and it works that way real easy. You know, and I'll tell you what, fiberglass work is you want to know it when
Yeah.
when you get into that. Because like okay, like he beached it. Okay, what if he beached it on an oyster bar and popped a hole in the bottom of his boat? Okay, well now now he's got to fix that to get that boat floatable again. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So so and you don't want to try to get that bitch floating again until that patch is on there. You know what I'm saying? So and they
That
got.
rem-
Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry. No, you go ahead. You finish.
I was just going to say, and for those people that say, "Oh, you can't do that," you can because they got stuff that is that will harden and set for fiberglass. Uh, that you can do it underwater, and it works really good.
Man, I love the water. I just freaking love it. I don't know. I grew. We had a small. We had a. My dad put a above ground pool under the ground, right?
Oh, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
and so and then he put a small circular deck around it,
Mm-hmm.
and anyway, but my mom threw us in swimming lessons and all that, and then we got our little pool, but I always love water skiing, boating. I've never been on a sailboat. I've been on a houseboat,
I
and
love houseboats too.
yeah, my mom dated this guy. Too bad he was a raging alcoholic, but he was a great guy, and they got along. Good personality, but damn, he fucking drank. He was belonged to the Altoona Yacht Club. Um,
Mm-hmm.
in Cherokee County, and man, that's how real quick I figured out that community is just full of not quote alcoholics, but they love to drink. Man, they love to party. They love to drink. They love to have a good time. But I talked to my mom about his name's Nick. And I'm like, man, I wish you would have, made it with Nick. And she goes, I know it's the alcohol. And I said, I know, man. It's just, it was a deal breaker for her. But
See, I never got into the richer crowd like that. The
yeah,
people I knew weren't that rich.
well, he came by. He came by honest. Well, his mom and dad might have had some money, but he was in the fish and bait fish and bait tackle business, right? And
Uh-huh.
so he had his own business. He wasn't rolling in it, but and that wasn't his. He didn't stay on his houseboat full time, but he did. And he didn't have a newer one, but it was nice. It was big. It had two or
Mhm.
three rooms in it. It was really big, and
Yeah, I've seen some really big houseboats. I seen one that was on the Swanee that was 52 foot long,
wow,
and that thing was like a floating house.
yeah,
I mean, so I mean the some bitch was huge. It had a kitchen in it. It had a
yeah,
sit down kitchen in it. It had a living room in it with a regular couch
yeah,
like you would see in a house. It had a 52-inch plasma screen TV. I mean, in it and everything else. And he had a diesel engine with the high grade uh, generator alternator on it, uh, and he ran his whole boat with that. So
yeah. That's cool, man. I love being on the water. I really do. It's been a while. It's just been a while since I've been back on the water, but meeting people online. There's a lot of people in this area. We've got two big lakes in this area. We've got Lake Allatoona, and we've got
mm,
Lake Lanier. Lake Lanier is a lot bigger, and it's in Gainesville in that area. But
yeah, I know where Lake Lanier is. I went duck hunting with my uncle on it before.
yeah, yeah. So there's a lot of people that that have boats and houseboats, and yeah, it's just meeting the right person that man, that loves to do all that stuff like I do.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, that type of stuff is freaking awesome. It's a lot of fun. And the freedom. I mean, if you would have known me back when I was on the river, peachy. I mean, really on the river, you would have seen some of the like I would sit there and do live streams and just shut up and let y'all listen to the frogs
Yeah.
and shit like that. Just beautiful shit.
Hey,
Uh,
I've camped out in Okefenokee Swamp before. Craven's it was called Craven's Hammock. There's an island called Craven's Hammock, and back then they had this lottery. You do the lottery to have people. If your name got picked, then you could take a trip. Through the Okefenokee. I don't know how they do it now, but man, that was such a great trip, man. We took canoes. There's like seven canoes with mostly couples. It was me and my husband. He was my husband, and his parents and other people. But yeah, we had a great time, man. That reminds me when you speak of the river. It
yeah,
reminds me of some of those trips I've taken. Yeah, and we spent the
I,
night, man. We had to hang up all our food in the trees, and I remember being so fucking scared, dude. Tammy, I was in the tent and with I started to say his name. I better not, but we heard something outside, man. I remember, and I don't think we had a gun with us either, but I remember being terrified. I'm not terrified about too many things, but I remember being terrified, thinking what was outside that tent. I don't think it was an
I,
alligator, but look.
I'll face down Antifa and BLM, but and not be scared. But I'm scared of the woods.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it was an animal. It had to been an animal. I don't know what kind of animal, but look, I wasn't scared. Look, we took canoes out at night, and we just, with our flashlights and shining the lights in the alligator's eyes, and
Mhm.
there was a girl with us, and we had to take her back because she got so scared. But man, I
Wow.
like I like doing cool things like that. Yeah, you want to go out in the canoe in the middle of the night in the middle of all the alligators and baby alligators? Yeah, I'll go.
I tell you what, I met one of the toughest girls I ever met, and believe it or not, she was a rich girl. Okay, I mean, she Miss Lawrence's granddaughter, and I've told you all about Miss Lawrence. She's fourth richest woman in the world. At the time, was the fourth richest woman in the world. Unfortunately, I heard she had passed, which is a damn shame. She was a good woman and nice woman. Okay, but her granddaughter, who had money, was one of the toughest girls I ever met. And it was funny. Some of the guys thought they were going to scare her, right? And they took her out there on Miccosukee Lake in Florida, right? And they're driving around and they drive up on this gator, right? And they poked that gator. That gator jumped up and up towards that boat. You know what she did?
What?
Yeah, she sure in the hell wasn't scared of that gator. She jumped on that gator's back and rode that gator. It just started doing that death roll,
Yeah,
and she held on to that gator till that gator wore itself out.
you're kidding.
And then she got a rope, got it around that gator's mouth, and freaking helped get that gator into the boat and brought it
Man,
home and ate that some bitch.
that's crazy.
I mean, I was like, yeah, that's a tough girl right there.
Yeah.
Oh shit. They thought they were gonna scare her and she freaked them out. They knew for sure they were gonna lose their jobs because they let their granddaughter jump on that gator's back.
I used
Uh,
to pick up little snakes when I was a kid and put them in my mom's face. And as we got older, my mom's like, "Yeah, I knew you were trying to scare me." So I was just trying to not be scared because I wanted that reaction, right?
right.
But she acted brave. I was a little tomboy. I mean, like I said, man, that's how you know. And plus, you go through tough times. It makes you tougher.
Yep. Yep. That's it. I know exactly what you mean. I
But
know
any,
exactly.
any anyone that's going to get a camera and go out, like Peanut 411, I was proud of her. I haven't told her and haven't left messages on. I should leave some comments, but I've been kind of butthurt about her because she told some lies about me. So it's like, man, it's hard. That's why I like to, fix things with people because I want to support people. But
Hmm.
it's not easy, man. It's not easy going out. You got all these keyboard warriors, and and you got people critiquing you, and that's fine. I don't, whatever. I can take criticism, but it's not easy getting out there with a camera. It's
No,
it's
it's not.
not. It's
It's not.
not. You're filming the police or walking into a police station. It's not easy. My I went to CDC. I don't know, a month ago, maybe longer than that, and did a little quote audit, I guess you could say, maybe, and that's the main headquarters here in Atlanta,
Right.
CDC. And
Yep.
so I stood on the corner, and then Ottatron jumped in. I'm so like, what's the impressionable? Not impressionable. I don't know. You have to be careful. You listen to your audience, and you'll do shit that you may not do. And so
Right.
Ottatron's like, go into their lobby, And so once I passed their gate, I was on their property. I passed their gates, and I looked there's a lady sitting outside, and that was the daycare for the employees. It was a daycare center, and here comes those people from their gate was like not outside the property, but inside, like 100 or 200 yards inside the property. So I was walking towards the gate, and they were coming towards me. They weren't going to wait on me. And so, but they handle it very, I don't know. I'm sure that place has been audited before, but they
Oh,
handle it very well. Thankfully, they didn't call the cops to drag me off the jail or anything. But I'm
right.
thinking back on it, man, that was kind of stupid for me to step on their property. I'm like,
Yeah.
Audiotron. Here I'm listening to fucking Audiotron.
Right.
But
Right.
I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared. I did it, and I was polite, I've had people leave comments, oh, you're too polite, Um, but I'm not gonna cuss, I'm not
Well,
gonna make
you are a lot lighter than a lot of them are, and I've seen that. Just your interaction with the cops, even in a very tense situation. Down, and I'm talking about your interactions with the cops down there in Atlanta. You
yeah,
had some
well,
great. To me, I think you had some very good interactions.
I appreciate that. I tried, and I even though I'm a grown adult, that my parents still make impressions on me, and
Right.
if especially if I know my mom's watching, or I don't want to disappoint. I mean,
Right.
I'm trying to do. I not that I'm just doing it for them, but I'm trying to be the lady that they raised me to be.
Right.
And
Well,
I can.
I thought that there towards the end of all that when your mama showed up, that was really cool shit.
I appreciate that, man. That was.
That showed you have nothing but love in your heart for your mama. I'll tell you that now. You showed that, and it was a beautiful thing to see. It really was.
I appreciate that. She gave up her walker for that lady.
Yeah, that was like freaking. That was mind blowing,
I
man.
know. Well, I had somebody donate money for a new walker, and so I
Right.
got my mom another one. But and
That's
I'm like,
awesome.
man, if we don't do it now, that's what I really told my mom. I don't think I really even pressured her into doing that. She was willing to do it, but I was feeling the pressure because it's like, if we don't do it right now, then I won't find that lady again. I'll
Right.
never see that lady again. Probably not. We got to
Yeah,
do
you're
it
probably
now.
right. The
Yeah, we got to.
chances of you seeing that lady are astronomical if
Yeah,
you see her
yeah,
again.
yeah. I think so too. Maybe at another protest in Atlanta, maybe. But yeah, it was going to be slim. So I
Hmm.
was I was thrilled that we were able to get that to her. Yeah,
Right.
and to find her again, I'm like, I go out and like, well, I'm trying to think of her name, but I was happy just to run into her again. I didn't know if she had left already or what, but she was amazing though. That lady, she's in
Yes,
a
she
lot of
was.
she's in a lot of my video. She was on the front lines. She was either leaning against her walker or sitting down on the concrete. You know, and that's what
Yep.
when I first met her. I mean, she's the reason why that I got help. When I got out of jail, they didn't. Well, hell, her organization, or the organization that, not her organization, but they help people get out of jail who's been arrested
Mhm.
at protest, and I think that's really cool. But they
Yep, that is.
actually, I had, she was telling everyone to write that phone number down on their arms and such, and that's why, I had that phone number on my arm when I got arrested. And
Hmm.
that organization actually talked to my mom and helped my mom set up whatever she's got to accept, phone calls from jail. They do it differently now. They don't just
Yeah.
do, collect calls now. But
Oh, wow. I didn't know they went from collect calls.
no, they don't do, you can't just pick up the phone and call collect. No,
Oh, wow.
no, you got to go through this system. I don't know. I should remember, I've been through it twice now,
Yeah. That's
but
messed up, because down in Florida, they got a phone they got a phone in the community population.
yeah,
Okay, at least in Dixie County. And all you got to do is, if you need to make a phone call, is wait until someone's off the phone and the phone ain't being used. Walk over there and freaking make your phone call.
yeah, no, it's not like that. Now, when I was arrested, now I'm going to say, I used to say last summer, but 2 summers ago when I was arrested first doing this,
Hmm.
um, they wouldn't let me use the phone. It was retaliation all the way. I was in a different place 2 summers ago. It was a fucking horrible place, and they threw me in solitary confinement for hours and hours because I was trying to sneak. I didn't know. I take that back. I made one phone call, and it wasn't very long, and all the other ladies got as many phone calls as they wanted. And I was sneaking another phone call, and they threw me in solitary confinement until I went to court. Yeah, it sucked.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Yeah, with being cuffed too. They cuffed me and kept the cuffs on. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it sucked. But anyway, but going back to I keep saying I want to do a video of special videos with my mom in them because the first day, the first night day that she came, I put her like two blocks from everything that was going on, right? Because I didn't want her to get hurt or anything.
Mhm.
The second day, I took her in the middle of the action, and you got this redheaded
Yeah,
lady in a wheelchair in the middle of all this. Mostly black people. I'll just go ahead and say it. Mostly black people, and there was a man that had a bullhorn, and he was like climbed up this
yeah,
utility. A box on this utility box, and so because he did that, everybody gathered around, and that was my mom was in the middle, and I was on the
right.
other side of the street filming, and I was like, wow, it was a man, it was just a
Yeah,
great moment.
and those black folk that were there doing that and were around your mama. I seen they were very respectful to your mama.
Oh, and the National Guard was very respectful to my mom. And matter of
Yeah,
fact,
I saw that too.
the two officers from the National Guard actually pushed her all the way back to the hotel up to her room.
Yeah, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, so so you got to see some good out of all that too.
yeah. I did see some a lot of good interactions. Yeah,
Yes, the interactions that your mama had were great interactions.
yeah,
I'm just saying.
yeah. They were.
But your mama was very polite and very nice.
Oh, my mom's a jewel.
Yeah, your mama is. Uh, People should take lessons from your mother.
Yeah, I know. I try to. You say that, and yeah,
I mean, I'm the first one to say I should take lessons from your mother. Okay,
yeah,
because I know I'm an asshole and a dickhead, and I've said that 100 million times. You know, but your mama is definitely a very sweet woman.
yeah. She's an angel. And
I mean,
my dad's a great guy too. You know, um, he's supportive of me in different ways, but my mom is like really supportive and in the ways that my dad's not.
well, your daddy's little girl. You know that, right?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, kinda, kinda.
It don't matter. He
Yeah,
may he may
he's
not
not.
say it. He may be gruff and he may be grumpy with you, but your daddy's little girl. Daddy's
He,
little girl doing stuff that can put her life in danger makes him worry.
yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Okay, and and you being out there in them protests to him, that was you putting your life in danger, and it probably made him worry a lot.
He didn't know. He didn't know for days and days. He didn't know I was arrested until my mom said something. I'm like, damn, mom.
Yeah, there you go. See,
Because what he said on the phone, because I finally called him after days and days of being there. He said, well, just, the last thing what he said to me, he said, just don't get arrested.
and you wind up doing it anyway.
I said, okay, Dad, I promise. Or I might have said, I'll try not to. Uh,
But yeah, your daddy's little girl. That's why he ain't probably so supportive of you trying to do stuff like that. Because he's scared of what might could happen to his little girl.
so I say, if you've never filmed, if you've never been in front of hundreds of, and potentially thousands, at least 2, 3, 4, 500 troops, National Guard, State Patrol. I mean, oh my God, it's easy to sit back and critique, until you've been there and done that sort of
Yeah.
thing. It's easy. That's what scares me, man, Tammy. God dang, I would have loved to been at, let's see, Whoopi Gladly, Pikes Peak, Peanut. I forget who else was in that group, but and even I could be. I saw a message in Discord. He said that he was at the courthouse steps and didn't go in, but he was there.
Yeah.
And I just like, man, that's freaking awesome. That's
Mhm.
awesome. It's
Yeah,
exciting.
well, right now, I hope what they're saying ain't true, but they are trying to even arrest people that didn't go in now.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. There was a Georgia congressman who just got voted sworn in, went into the courthouse. He's fired.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's fired. Yeah, I
Yeah.
think a lot of people are going to be in big trouble for that. Look, dude, that's what scares me. And I've said it before, and and I shouldn't even really say this because I wasn't there, so it didn't happen. But I try to think about these things, like me for example, like chalk wall, like the people at and I say chalk wall, rock wall, that people were chalking and got arrested. Remember that?
Yeah.
And I think to myself, if I were there, would I have been chalking the sidewalk? Would I have been the
Oh, I
person?
know I would have. I
Yeah.
know I would have, and I've been arrested right along with them.
I don't know. I think that's kind of childish, really, to do that. But I think about that. So I think
I
about,
thought it was childish of the police to freaking arrest them.
yeah,
What's
I do.
next? Are they going to start arresting kids for doing it?
No, no, I agree. I agree with you.
I mean,
I'm not
come
saying
on.
that. Yeah.
Around here, around here in Rochester, everywhere you walk, you see chalk where little kids have been out there writing all over the damn sidewalks
I
everywhere.
know, I know, I know.
I
I
mean,
know, but
little.
look, dude, it like that. If I went to state capitol tomorrow, I don't think I'd take chalk with me and chalk up the sidewalks. I don't. I just don't think that's me. It's nothing wrong for them to do that, but I think about would I have done that if I were with them. If I were at the Capitol, would I gone into the Capitol? I don't.
Mhm.
I don't know, but I think about these things. So next time when I
I
do
can
have
tell
the
you now,
opportunity, yeah,
as far as that goes, I probably would have never went inside the Capitol.
yeah,
And it ain't because I would have been scared. It's because I know it's against the law, and it's a felony.
yeah,
Immediately, as soon as you go into a door, when you are not welcome in a government facility, okay, and you forcefully go in that door, it's an instant felony. Period.
yeah. But and I understand that but when you get in a crowd. When you
Mhm.
get in a crowd like that, and I haven't been in a crowd like that, right? I was in a crowd in Atlanta, and that was nothing. What
Mm.
happened in Atlanta was nothing compared to what happened at the Capitol. Um, but I don't know. Look, so I try to think about these scenarios to think, okay, because I do want to
No,
get
no,
back.
no, 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 no. How was that different? Can you explain?
Well, there is really apples and oranges. One thing would it there wasn't like would it have the crowd like in DC? I mean, how many people were there around the
Uh,
Capitol?
they said anywhere between 850 to a million people.
Yeah. See, that right there, that was a difference. You
Okay,
know.
well, other than that, our, what, what else was there?
Um. Well, you've got the Okay, look, you have the anger. You got the same emotions, right? They're different emotions for different things. It's still the government. It was the George Floyd thing. But you
You
know,
mean the poor boys?
I don't.
Or
I
not
I
poor boys? What do you call them? Fucking
Antifa,
Proud Boys.
Proud
Proud Boys.
Boys.
That was the Trump little deal. But here's the thing about the Proud Boys. And first of all, the leader of the Proud Boys didn't even make it into D.C. He got arrested before he made it to the city
Yeah, I heard
limits
that.
of D.C. for
Yeah.
making a turn without a blinker. Okay,
No,
that,
I
and
thought he had. I thought it was destruction of property.
no, he had already dealt with that, and that was all the way over in Washington State.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
And he was coming there to be part of the protest, and he never made it into the city limits, and was arrested for making a turn without a blinker, and had 10 squad cars pull up on him. All of them pull their guns out for not turning on his blinker.
Wow. So he was targeted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other Proud Boys, one of which they keep claiming the guy with the horns was a
Yeah.
Proud Boy. No,
Yeah.
he ain't, because the guy they're claiming that guy was doing a live stream in Missouri. How do you do a live stream in Missouri and be in DC at the same time?
I don't know.
And that got blown out of the water real quick when his live stream had been passed around everywhere, showing he was in Missouri. So that was someone dressing up like him.
Yeah.
Okay. Uh, so you see what I'm saying? The I from what I'm gathering from different people that I've talked to that were there. Okay, and I've been on a few. I even asked on a couple of them have call-ins and things like that I've talked to. Uh, did you see any of them there? He said, honest, several of them, and I've asked them in their chats or I've asked them in panels. Okay, uh, did you see them? Almost every one of them said they don't believe they seen any of them there at that particular thing.
Yeah, but look how many people were there, though.
Yeah. Well, believe me, when it comes to the Proud Boys, if you look, what, 2 weeks ago, uh, uh, when they did their little rally there, about 2 weeks ago, that small Trump rally they did,
Yeah.
they stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
Uh, so if you they are easily found when you're looking for them. They stick out like a sore thumb because they're always yelling with microphones, and always doing something, and they stick out like a sore thumb. Okay. So again, these people, and I know two of them for a fact, went looking for them because they were with them on that last little rally, and they told them to hook up with them. Okay. Now they keep saying they're using cell phone records from what was being said out in D.C. Every one of them said every one of them that I've talked to said their cell phones didn't work in D.C. during that rally this last time. So how are they using cell phone records?
Yeah. I don't know. I got tired of watching it. To
Yeah.
be honest with you, I got
Uh,
caught
the,
up on it. I was watching live streams and such. But then, and then the day after and day after, and then now I'm kind
Mhm.
of, you
They
know,
said they were able and capable to get on the internet, but they were not able and capable of using their text or make phone calls.
well, you think the live streams would have been cut off too, but they weren't.
The internet wasn't cut.
Yeah,
The phone was cut.
yeah.
Okay.
There were several
Uh,
times in Atlanta where I had interference.
right.
You're not can't prove it, but by God, it's
Oh,
never
there
happened
were
to me.
several times I guarantee you were stoned.
It never happened to me before with my phone, never happened to me afterwards.
Hmm.
you know, only in that situation did it happen.
Right. That's what I'm saying. There was a couple of times I guarantee you were stung, especially like there was one time you went down. You were doing completely fine. You hadn't moved, and then all of a sudden the National Guard starts doing movements, and you went bloop,
Yeah.
and you didn't come back until you got back to the motel.
Yeah.
Okay, so so uh, that you got stung.
Dude,
That's
right
all that
before I
is.
got arrested, all I remember is right before I got arrested, I was in the middle of the street, me and maybe another photographer, and I looked one way and it was full of damn hundreds and hundreds of police officers. I looked the other way, fucking National Guard, lines and lines, rows and rows of National fucking Guard. And that's when I asked that Lieutenant Knapp, I'm like, is it okay? I'm okay to walk this way because I wouldn't have been
Mhm.
arrested if I could have gone that route to go back to the hotel. I never would have been arrested, but they had the fucking the street cut off on both directions, right? So anyway, yeah, but I'll never forget the adrenaline that I felt. Being like it was almost like a shoot. I don't know what it was like. It was like like the moment in time kind of stopped. Kind of froze for me. I don't know. It was something else though, man.
I couldn't believe they arrested you right after that lieutenant said you were fine. Yeah,
Well, people look. We weren't doing any. And I say we a lot. There were 200 people arrested that night, and most of the people were trying to get back to their vehicles or back to back home, right? So it
mhm,
wasn't like we were causing problems. We were we were trashing any place. I don't
mhm.
know. It fucking look.
Yeah, I mean, your whole video shows you didn't do anything but try to get where you were trying to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, I take responsibility for it, Fuck anyone that says I didn't, I did. And I don't have any regrets,
Right.
you know.
But but the biggest thing was that lieutenant had just said you were fine.
He did. He did. Yeah.
And that really upsetted me because it seemed like that was a setup to
And
get
that's
you
what I told them.
arrested.
I'm at, where's Lieutenant Knapp? Where's Lieutenant Knapp? And they were
Yeah,
dragging me. When I got where I got arrested, we had to walk, shoot, I don't know how far, um, maybe 400 yards or maybe a little more, to the bus. And
right.
I kept falling to the ground because I was hurting so bad. I've got torn rotator cuffs, and being arrested, if you got
Hmm.
torn rotator cuffs and you're handcuffed,
Yeah, that ain't good.
that is not good. Yeah.
I mean,
So
I held me sitting when I got arrested there in Harrisburg for what, an hour and a half? Wasn't that about an hour and a half? I was in there
yeah,
maybe
yeah,
2 hours.
yeah.
Uh, my arms were hurting, and I don't have torn rotator cuffs, so I could just imagine the time you were in cuffs.
Oh yeah, I told them
It would,
I said either call an ambulance or carry me because I'm not walking any further. And they had a superior to come over, and they weren't handcuffs; they were zip ties. And they put those zip ties, put my hands thankfully in front of me. They were
right.
really nice. A matter of fact, there was this one cop. I'm like, I know you. I made a video about you. He stopped me on my motorcycle in Atlanta one night. He's like,
Oh,
me, and I'm like, yeah, you. I forgot his name, but I I certainly did recognize him.
wow, that's funny.
It
That's
was
funny.
one of my earlier videos, man. And look,
Yeah.
I was sitting. I didn't publish this video, but I was sitting down in front of I can't remember if I was feeding the homeless that night or not, but I was down there running around filming, by myself, middle of Atlanta, and I was sitting on the curb with this dude. He's smoking crack. We're both sitting on the sidewalk. This dude's smoking crack in front of me. He's like, "Man, don't film me, don't film me." I'm like, "I won't film you," but I left my camera on, and I ended up recording. I don't know, probably about a 40-minute conversation with this guy smoking crack on the sidewalk. And anyway, so I had jumped back on my motorcycle. I was going to go just maybe 2-3 blocks over, close to Centennial Park, to that Waffle House. It was that Waffle House that was damaged, right? That the windows were busted out. And so I thought, shit, I'm not gonna. I had my helmet tied down to my bike, with bungee cords and stuff. I was lazy, right? I didn't want to put my helmet on. So anyway, that cop got me for not wearing my helmet, but thankfully he didn't give me a ticket. But it was
Hey,
that same.
sci-fi.
It was that same cop though. I was
Oh,
laughing.
that's funny. That's funny. Hey, sci-fi Bride, what you doing, bud?
Good
Hope you're doing
morning,
well.
Sci-Fi Bray.
Yeah, I hate to. I've been on here for 2.5 hours, Peachy. I'm starting to get tired now. It's 5:30 in the morning,
I know it is. I got
or 5 o'clock in the morning.
yeah,
Excuse me.
yeah.
And I'm starting to get tired. I've been up since 6 o'clock yesterday morning, so almost 24 hours.
Well, I'm glad that we reconnected. It was
Oh
like
yeah.
fate. It was like when you said when you said my name, it was like it was meant to be. I said I
Yeah.
gotta go. I gotta go up on panel now. But I appreciate.
PG, I've never held anything against you. I've always thought of you as a friend, no matter what.
Yeah,
And friends are never always going to see eye to eye on certain things, and you're going
yeah,
to get little arguments. What's true testament of a friendship is if you can make it through the argument and still be friends.
yeah. And
And
I'm glad that you're back talking to Salty too. That's good too.
yeah, and yeah, Salty's all right.
He's
I
just all
don't
right.
mind talking with him. I don't mind talking with him still and all. He cracks me up still. But then again, Gary Snowflake still cracks me up too. I mean,
Yeah,
so and you know how I felt about him with you, So,
yeah,
uh, but that's neither here nor there. It's all water under the bridge and all good and good to go.
yeah.
Um, but um, but yeah, you have always been a friend, and I would still do whatever I got to do to help you if I can help you.
I
You
appreciate
know that.
that. I don't know if you still have my phone number, but
I
I'll
do.
put it. Oh, do you? Okay. All right.
I sure do.
All right.
If you
Cool.
ain't changed it from the last time I called you, I do.
No, nope, I
Okay.
haven't. Yep. So, but
But yeah,
I love you, brother. Happy New Year, and I'm glad to see you back doing panels. What's that?
News Now Canuck says, yeah, I can't stand a single minute more listening to you. Uh, well, News Now Canuck, no one said you had to be here listening to my ugly ass either. But Peachy, you try to have a good rest of your morning. Y'all have a good night, good evening, good morning, whatever the case may be.
All
And
right. Thank you.
you're more than welcome here, Peachy. Anytime you want to come up, just come up. When I'm having a live panel, okay?
I appreciate it. It's great talking to you, and it's great laughing, man. I'm so sick of
Yeah.
the fucking drama. That's what
Oh, I know.
I'm
I
just
know.
man. I'm
It,
just so sick of it. But yeah,
it's like earlier tonight. The trolls came in. Yeah, the typical normal trolls. They
yeah.
were trolling me some, and I decided to troll them back some, and I come back in. I came over here. I'm laughing my ass off. You seen the start of this? I was like, damn, that was so fucking funny.
Well, you get some sleep, and you can call or text me anytime.
All right, huh? You
All
try
right.
to have a good night.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye, chat.
I'm out. I'm out, guys. Uh-oh.